Hi guys, what's up? My name is Julius Taer and currently studying at University of Bohol and taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education major in MAPE. So today, I will be making a blog on Philippine and Asian music, which we have tackled in our class for the whole semester. So I would make a Asian tour summary in this 9 country, which are the Philippines, Malaysia, India, Thailand, Vietnam, China, Korea, Japan, and Nepal. So each countries I will introduce their traditional instruments, song, their dances, costumes, and traditional foods. So yeah, so the first is Philippines. So, the Philippines is a country that has varied cultural influences. So, most of these influences are a result of previous deriving mainly from the culture of Spain and United States. All of these influences, the old Asian culture of Filipino has been retained and clearly seen in their way of life and beliefs and costumes. So wherever you go, Filipino culture is very evident and has largely been appreciated and even applauded in many parts of the world. So let's go to Philippines traditional instruments, songs, dances, costumes, and foods. So please watch this. Tradition remains strong in the Indian community of Malaysia. A community of Indians who have adopted Malay culture practices also exists in Malacca. Though they remain Hindu, the Chitis speak Bahasa, Malaysia and dress and act as a Malay. Are the Malaysian traditional instruments, song, dances, costumes, and their traditional foods. So for the next country is Indonesia. So Indonesia, as we all know, that it is centrally located along ancient trading routes between the Far East, South Asia, and the Middle East, and many cultural practices being strongly influenced by a multitude of religions. So including the Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Confucianism, and Christianity. So all strong in the major trading cities. So next we're going to their traditional instruments, songs, dances, costumes, and their food. So let's watch this guy. So hello guys, for the next country is Thailand. So yeah, 90% of the country being Theravada Buddhism play a huge role in day-to-day life. Etiquette in Thailand is extremely important throughout the country, and the most values that Thai people hold to are respect, self-control, and a non-confrontational attitude. So for their traditions, I like the tradition. A lot of things I've learned in Thailand as we tackled in our class. So yeah, let's go to their traditional instruments, songs, dances, costumes, and their traditional food. So here guys, what? vlog again. So for the next country we have Vietnam. So Vietnam is the easternmost country of the Southeast Asian Indo-Chinese Peninsula with an estimated of 95.5 million inhabitants as of 2018. So it is the 50th most populous country in the world. So could you imagine that? Oh. And Vietnam shares its land borders with China to the north and Laos and Cambodia to the west. So it shares Thailand and Philippines. So include Philippines and Indonesia and Malaysia through the South China Sea. And Hanoi is the capital city of Vietnam. So unlikely mini nation capital of the world, Hanoi is not the largest but the second largest city by the population. So Hanoi is located about 1,760 kilometers north of the Ho Chi Minh City, so which is the largest city in Vietnam. So guys, let's go to their traditional instruments, songs, dances, costumes, and their traditional food. So let's for the next country is China. So China is a country in East Asia, is a populous nation whose vast landscape encompasses grassland, desert, mountains, lakes, and a river, and more than 14,000 kilometer coastline. So China capital city is called Beijing, who boasts in mixed modern and traditional architecture and historic sites such as the Forbidden City Palace and complex and Tiananmen Square. So let's go to their traditional instruments, traditional songs, dances, and costumes, and their traditional foods. country is the Korea. So Korea culture is profoundly influenced by Confucian's principles, and they pervade not only their personal lives but also into business. And Confucianism support harmony, respect for elders, and authority. So the importance of Korea is their family, friendships, ancestor, and also their traditions. So that's Korea. So let's go to their traditional instruments, songs, dances, costumes, and their traditional food. So please watch this. Let's move forward. So the next country is Japan. So Japan, pronounced in Japanese as Nippon or Nihon, is a specific ocean island nation of the coast mainland in Asia. So it comprises approximately 6,900 islands, and the most prominent of populous islands are the Honshu, Hokkaido, Shikoku, and Kyushu, making up 97% of the country. Within these islands, there are 47 prefectures with a total population of 127 million. So that's the Japan. So let's go to their traditional instruments, songs, dances, costumes, and their traditional foods. So yeah, here it is. So guys, welcome to my vlog again. So this is the last country. So this country is the Nepal. So Nepal is the one of the most beautiful country in Asia. Nepal has 8 out of 10 the highest mountain in the world. So including the Mount Everest, the tallest in the world. So Nepal show unity and diversity. There are several cultural belief and costume of the Himalayan nation. So the mini cultural heritage of Nepal included the World Heritage List, so which has become the property of the whole humankind. So one of the intriguing methods for understanding the excellence and abundance of Nepali culture is through its celebration. So, taking part in the neighborhood merriment gives quest and understanding of the life of the Nepali individuals and makes their stay in Nepal more brilliant. So, that's the Nepal. So, moving on, let's go to their traditional instruments, songs, dances, costumes, and their traditional food. So, guys, watch this. So guys, that's the 9 countries that we have tackled on our class. So I hope you enjoy watching for my vlog. So now all I can say is that yeah, as part of Asian tour is so much fun and interesting, and it gives me an idea to visit Asian countries. So for my curiosity, I have learned a lot of things. I learned about their culture, traditions, and their differences to our country, which is the Philippines. And I am glad that each country I learned a lot of things like their traditional instruments, music, dances, costumes, and their traditional cuisine. So they have different types of traditional instruments according to the group of aerophones, chordophones, idiophones, and membranophones. Some of this country has a similarity of our instruments here in the Philippines, and it is very interesting on how it play and what the sounds like when it play in actual. So although in the videos we watch is so much nice and good to play, even if some of their instruments is like hard to play. So and their music song are also interesting because we can learn new languages, and what does it means is we can learn that in every music and song in their country they give importance, most especially in their traditional song and music. So, and for their dance, I am so happy because I tried to dance in their traditional dance in each country, and it's a great experience. I have learned because some of their dances they dance in some event like wedding rituals, birthdays, etc. And each dance has a symbolic movement, their footworks, and their gesture. For their traditional costumes, we all know that each country has a traditional costumes, and they also give importance in it. And Some of their costumes is colorful and have specific significance, and some are only worn for festival and celebration, and some of their costumes are putting some stunning jewelry, and every part of their costume has a meaning. So for their foods, traditional foods, each country serves the most delicious food and taste, has the combination of spices and culture and vegetation, all the present and cook has the unique taste, and the foods reflects of what kind of cultures and tradition they have, and these all are interesting for me because not just one country but but many countries that I have learned new things, and it's new for me, and that's a great experience so far, and yeah, so that's it, guys. So thank you, guys, and I hope you enjoy watching my blog, and have a God bless and keep safe, everyone. So thank you for watching. Bye.